What's going on YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry and I am the Crypto Vet, and thank you so much for tuning back in. I took a little break from the videos because I was so tired from coming back from North Carolina, getting everything set back up, but I'm back, and on Monday I'll get back to making the course. So thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing. If you haven't yet, please hit the like button, the subscribe button. This is time sensitive content, so if you do care and you want to make these trades with me, hit that notification thing so you get these right away, or follow me on Twitter because all my videos are on there as I post them, as well as join the Discord, links in the description. I talk with everybody in the community. If you have any questions, they're not stupid to me. You might think they're stupid, but please ask them. This is a new space, and there's a lot of people who think they know a lot of stuff and they don't. I will be the first one to admit if I don't know, but I will look it up for you. So this is a safe space, so please, bring the questions. And to everybody who's showing me all the love on Twitch, from China to India to South Africa to England, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Thank you guys so much. It's such a humbling experience to have people saying that thanks to me, I'm helping you guys make money and make smarter, better investment strategies. That's all I ever wanted. So I can't say thank you enough. But let's dive into this motherfucking content. All right. So right here on Bitcoin, we're currently trading around 11.3. Ethereum's around 367, XRP right around 24 cents, which is exactly where we've been the past couple days. We've had a little bit of spikes up and down, but not really anything crazy. We had Filecoin being a huge mover, which is for data storage on the blockchain. Not the first time this has happened, but Filecoin was way up there. Hell, I don't even see it up here anymore. But right now the biggest gainer is Ampleforth. This is a DeFi smart contract here. Lend and Stellar, very similar to XRP, is up 8%. Let's go ahead and see what the biggest losers are today. We have OKB. Oh, here's Filecoin. Filecoin was at around $120, but it wasn't allowed to be purchased in the US due to the SEC. So now it's all the way down to 50 bucks, but now we can buy it at the bottom, which is kind of confusing. But I just said be careful with these types of things. A lot of times they'll start really, really high at initial not initial coin offering, but the first time the coin is actually listed on exchanges. But let's go ahead and go to Bitcoin. This is what everybody wants. So here on Bitcoin, we've been getting tighter and tighter and tighter as we constrict into this symmetrical triangle. So this is the weekly candle chart here. We did have a bearish cross on the MACD. However, it looks like we could be coming up to potentially a bullish cross at this point. The MACD is a lagging indicator, so as we see this, we have this bearish cross here. A lot of times I'll see that we will have a little bounce up to see if we can get bullish cross, but then we'll have the actual dump down, which would make sense right now as we constrict into this symmetrical triangle here. Right now, I put a blue line here at 10.5, which is a very, very, very strong support that we have been holding. And as long as we stay above this, I am very, very bullish. And then I also put one here at 11.5. This shows that last week's green candle was between $1,000, right? And Bitcoin, very volatile. We usually have much bigger moves here. So if we just went back to, let's say, about 2 months ago, we were at 12.1 all the way down to 9,900. That's a much bigger move compared to where we're at. So we're at $1,000 difference now. And then if we go to our weekly candle here, this is 11.2 up to 11.7. So now we're constricting it down to a $500 price range as we go into this candle here. We have not had any volume showing that we're gonna back a nice breakout to the upside, and on the VPVR we are in a constricted area here. We have lots of volume below us, but where are we going to go from here? On the previous video I was saying that we're probably going to get rejected here, and that we're probably going to invalidate this support line here, and we'll come down to our long-term one. This support line here was made due to the pandemic in March when we had the drop all the way down to here. Now, there are rumors that we may potentially go into another lockdown again. I know Greece, Scotland, some European countries, they are going into a lockdown again. Mandates for masks. There's no stimulus talk yet here in the US that is going to be confirmed, as Nancy Pelosi and Trump, Mnuchin, and all those people are arguing at this time, trying to figure out what to do, because they're more concerned about the election and what they can do later than they do about the people now. So with all this FUD in the market, what the fuck's going to happen? Well, I don't really know, but I'm going to tell you my best opinion, and I'm going to try to back it up with the facts that we do have to kind of help you guys make your best decision. Because remember, this is your money that you're investing, so make sure you do your own research. Just use me as a lifeline for questions that you don't know, as well as what the hell does this guy think? And where am I putting my money? Because I put my money based off of what I see and the information I know, and if it's too risky, I don't do it. So with us constricting down here, if we invalidate, say, this line, let's get it out of there. Right now we just have this symmetrical triangle. Well, we've got the 20 daily and weekly exponential moving averages right below us. So we have lots and lots of support. We have lots of volume support if we did break this symmetrical triangle and say we had another black swan event. Like say this is a repeat. History doesn't typically repeat itself, but it often rhymes. So say we have another shutdown or another thing. We could expect all the way back down to fill that CME gap. And let's say it just comes down to right where our volume is at its max here, 9,500, and then we can take off after the election. That is a very, very viable outcome that could occur. So let's go ahead and just zoom in a little bit. So we have, well, one thing, the weekly candle does close in a day in 8 hours, so tomorrow night at around 7 p.m. Central Time for me, we will see where this candle closes. If we can close above this line here, we could be bullish and off to the races, right? So say we close at 11.8 here. That would put us above this, and then we could test this for support versus resistance, and then, from here, go up, right? So that's one option that I do see is still possible. If we get stimulus talks, like say something Mnuchin and Pelosi agree on something on tonight, and they say Monday we're going to get that shit to Trump and it's going to get signed. That right there could be enough to just take this whole asset class up with it, and every crypto will go up if Bitcoin goes up. The altcoins may take a little bit of a hit, but the money will come back to them later, so just hold on to them, because right, one's going up, money's coming out of here. So but if this was to happen, this would be very, very good, and this could be the start of our bull run. I brought up that disbelief chart as well as the psychology of the market, and you guys all know that I think we're right at the part of disbelief, and we're about to start this bull run. And anybody who thinks that we're at the top and we're about to go down, you missed that boat about 2.5 years ago when we were at 20,000 on the way down. That's when you should have shorted. Now it's time to switch those guns the other way. So back to here, if we go to the daily, we can see that we got rejected on this trend line. And this is just a zoomed in view of what you just saw. And I had this ascending trend line because I was following this as we came up, and I didn't even think we would get up to here, but we did. So this pattern is validated to me, but now we are getting rejected here, but we have all this support below. So if we did see any small movements, this 11.1 is a huge point. If I were to draw a horizontal ray here at 11.1, let me go down to it. Right there, look at all these confirmations, right? We have 2 wicks right here that went right down to it. 2 more wicks right down to it. So this 11.1 really strong. When it was resistance, look at that, all stopped there. Stopped there, restarted. So now our 20 daily exponential moving average is right at that 11.1. Now that we got rejected, I think the biggest thing would be for us to cool off, come back down to here, trade sideways, and then as we get more information from the world and what's going on, here we can decide if we're going to invalidate that first line to come back down to maybe 10.5, or if we're going to just steady our way up to go to moon. Now let's go an even smaller time frame. So let's shrink it down. Now we're on the 4-hour. So this is where we were rejected on the trend line. I have our 11.5 mark right here. Kind of seems like we have a little head-shoulder pattern with the neckline somewhere in the 11.2, 11.35 range here. And if that's the case, we could see a measured move from there down, and what do you know, it puts us somewhere in this range of 11.1. So after all this rejection here, it's kind of time for the market to cool off. So I definitely think it will come back down here to test one of these lower spots here. And from there, we'll just have to wait and potentially just trade sideways for a while before we go up. Fortunately, I don't think the move is going to happen anytime soon unless we have some more information like stimulus or vaccine, we found a way to beat this, right? Until then, the FUD is going to be here, and it's going to be difficult. So how we got to capitalize off the small movements or just hodl dollar cost average and accumulate right now, because if you know anything about this class, you know that it is going to be utilized in the future. It is already being utilized, so it will be worth more once utility is found and given. So let's go to XRP. I said that we had a almost like a head and shoulders pattern forming here, and I said only to make that trade if we broke and confirmed above the neckline, right? Well, we never did actually confirm it, so I never did make the trade. I shorted actually right here, and it was just a small trade, and it was, it went down. I think I made maybe like 40 bucks. I was purposely doing it on stream only so I could donate to another streamer who was very, very generous and helped me get my Twitch account closer to the affiliate. And seeing his face when I did the donation was literally the highlight of my month. So to Bumflusky, thank you so much for everything you've done. You deserve all of that. And if I can make some more money on Twitch, I will just send it your way just because I love you that much. All right, buddy. But I said not to make this trade unless we confirmed above it. And then I said wait until it's a little bit above 26 cents because you want to ride the wave up, not just do it. I said if you felt froggy, you could get it low. I was like, but it's very risky. So I hope everybody took that information for what it's worth, because I did not long here. I actually shorted after we came down and broke below our 20 daily exponential moving average. So right here we can see that we're potentially finding support on the weekly exponential moving average. XRP really looks set to go up, up, up. Everything is there, except for we have a little bit of a bearish cross here on the MACD, but we are getting down to the undersold area, so where it's time to buy. Problem, we don't have much volume, and I think all of this comes down to the fact that we are waiting on Bitcoin and the world to decide what's going to go on. If we move to the 4 hour, the reason I started this trade earlier today was once we hit to 24.25 and we got rejected here last night, in the middle of the night I entered a trade where we were at 24.18 is when I got in, and I'm just waiting for a little bit of a short, and I actually have this set on the wrong. There we go. I was just waiting for it to go to, there it is, 23.88. Just a small move down, just to try to capitalize on this little bit of a movement, because we were expecting the rejection right around 24.25. All right, so as for now, we're just kind of waiting to see what's going on. On my scripts here for XRP, we can see these two red lines are showing that we've had lots of rejection. Anytime we came above this, this is the slow moving average against the fast exponential moving average. But if you have any questions on how these lines and scripts work, I'll be more than happy to answer those. Just hop in the Discord and go from there. But for right now, I'm in a more of a bearish area in the short term. I'm Mr. Bull long term, but as of right now, I think shorts would be the best way to go. Remember, don't do this unless you're an experienced trader. I'm only doing this just to kind of, in a sense, scalp. I'm making 30 bucks here, 40 bucks there, because if you look here, we got up, down, up, down, up, down. All right, so you're kind of getting my gist here, right? So after we came up here and got rejected, I waited to see if we touched it one more time. We did. I entered in, and now I'm looking to capitalize right down here. I will add a trailing stop here to make sure I don't lose any money or I just get canceled out at zero. And I do that only when I'm scalping, because I don't want, because say you hit the wrong way, it's a real fast way to lose a lot of money really, really quick. All right, so if you guys have any questions, please hit me up. Discord, all the links are in the description. I will be probably streaming live on Twitch later today, trying to catch the daily candle close, as well as tomorrow for the weekly candle close. If you're interested in that, I'll catch you guys later, and you guys take it easy.